channel. As per usual, we're going to use the Glow Tonic by PIXI Beauty, but this time I'm using the prepackaged version that you can also find at Pharmaprix. You haven't seen me do this step before, but I am using a scrub. Sometimes it's good to just do a quick scrub. I don't recommend this for every makeup application, but in this situation I really needed to. So you're just going to go in circular motions very gently. I use the Gommage by Maquillage, and I'm going to remove it with a wipe and then use my Luminous Dewy Skin Mist by TATCHA because it's the perfect skin step product that I love. I also use the Vichy Mineral, both the serum for the eyes and the face, and I moisturized her using La Roche Posay. Once I finished moisturizing her face, I used the Banana Cream by HENRIKSEN. Hindy sold this to me, and you just use it to blend under the eye and around the eye. It's just going to brighten, definitely illuminate, soften, plump, and firm all at the same time. And I don't like skin stuff too much, but this product really, really works well. Like, you can see her skin is perfectly smooth, and it's really amazing right before makeup. So as that's all setting in, I'm using the Heaven's Hue highlighter by STILA, and I'm using it in shade Bronze. This goes really well with the undertones in her skin, and I'm blending it on all the high points. I'm gonna buff that in before blending on her foundation, just to give her skin a really glowy feel. Then I went ahead and used the Gabbie Lip Serum by Beauty, and that's just going to be sinking in during the entire makeup application. I moved on to my corrector palette by MAC and picked an orange shade to conceal all those reddish and plum-ish undertones in her under eye circles, and I blended that in with a synthetic brush before creating just a lift using a bit of concealer around her lip. For her foundation, I kept it very simple, just ILLAMASQUA. And you want to blend this in with a beauty blender, and you want it super wet and super dewy because you want that Heaven's Hue highlighter to come through. Then to sculpt her, I used the Dual Skin Foundation by AJ Crimson. This is a wax-based product, quite pigmented, but I'm working it very gently so that everything that I did during skin prep does shine through her face. And I'm just lifting her nose just a little bit by putting some shade underneath, and I'm finishing my lip contour. This is something I want to incorporate in my signature. Remember when I was talking to you guys about my signature? I really want to create my own lip look, and I'm starting to always shade under the lip and lift the nose. So that's something I'm definitely going to be adding into my portfolio and into my looks that you're going to see a lot more of. I'm really developing my techniques and my blending techniques as you see me sculpting her face and becoming more and more comfortable. And that's thanks to this channel in part, and thanks to just everyone who's taken the time to come and sit in my chair. I've been able to learn so much and grow so fast as an artist. So I'm using my Makeup Forever HD foundation. Well, it's the foundation collection, but it's the concealer, and I'm using that in a very orange shade just to create that highlight under her eye. You'll notice when you look at this beautiful Indy that she has very beautiful warmish undertones, even though her skin is fairly dark. So that's what I'm using to create dimension and highlight on her face. I had so much fun. I don't often get dark-skinned beauties like her, like that have a skin tone that's that deep. So she will be kidnapped and brought back to my studio very shortly because I'm not done playing with the skin. Like, look at her. It was so much fun for me as an artist. Another thing I'm discovering is that when I let my concealer sit just a little bit before blending, I get way better results. The results actually that resemble much more what I want. So I'm doing that now as well. And you'll notice if you look at my past tutorials, I'm not pressing as hard on her face. That's another thing I noticed. I'm just going very gently. And look at how flawless and just bright, sculpted, and illuminated that is. Once I like my results and they've set for long enough, I'm gonna lock everything into place using some setting powders. I'm using a blend of Ben Nye Luxury powders as well as an Anastasia Beverly Hills, I believe it's called Orange, the shade. And again, I just go with what's in her skin, and I'm doing that undercutting technique that you saw me have fun with when I did it with Fluide. I'm just using a different shade this time, and I just love how it sculpts everything. And then I'm buffing in my powders using a powder puff, which is an instrument you will see a lot more of over here because it just does something to powders and it pushes them into the skin ever so gently, and I just love it. You're starting to see on the left side of her face how everything is just coming together skin-wise. It is, ooh, I really, really enjoyed. But even as I'm editing this and as I'm talking to you and looking at the results, I've already invested in new products to even enhance my skin work that much more. So it's a never-ending story. Now, one of my faves, brow wax by TATCHA, just to put that brow exactly where you want it and seal it and set it right into place. So I'm having tons of fun doing that. I've been playing with it. My brow wax is almost empty. I'm gonna have to re-up very soon. It is worth every penny, ladies. If you are building your makeup kit or if you're someone that likes that messy brow look, definitely have fun with it. And then I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow to create her shape, as well as some Makeup Forever HD Concealer to really carve out her brow. I don't do this on every look, as you've noticed, but I wanted, yeah, just that sculpted look. So there it is. So I went into my neutral mattes just to contour her, and then I just brushed on some VISEART dark mattes to really create the shape of the look that I'm going to be having fun with today. And we're going Grape. I did not know what color I wanted to do with her when she showed up, but she sat down and I just went for Grape. So it's gonna be all different shades of purple today. I really took my time to set things into place and then blend them in. And then I added some Marc Jacobs pencil eyeliner right in the crease to enhance it and illuminate it. Now, you don't usually want a luminous crease, but when you see the finished look, you'll be able to tell that this added just an extra layer of oomph to the finished product, and it was definitely worth it. These pencils, I believe, are $35 at Sephora, and I'm unfortunately going to buy all of them. I want the entire collection. Like, watch me do this. That's happening. I used my MAC Chromaline in white to press on her lid and create a nice base for the rest of my shadows, because we're going to be going fairly light with the colors. And the eyeshadows that I used, so this first one is the Gabbie, I believe. And then I just layered different things. This is some loose pigment. Like, I just went and layered and layered and layered to create the best cut crease that I could. I didn't want it sharp, so you'll notice that as well. And I was going with all different shades of lilac, very cool, almost electric. And then I tight-lined under her eye with my Marc Jacobs pencil eyeliner once again. And here she is sitting ever so patiently. Hindy does not like too much stuff on her face or under her eye, so thank you. She was struggling, but she let me do my thing. And then this tiny little brush by MAC has discontinued, but I want like 4, and I don't know where to find them. Very irritating. And then right in the center under the iris is my Gabbie that's coming right back in there. Gabbie are like pressed pigment eyeshadows. They're very inexpensive and they're available exclusively at Blur Makeup Room. There will be all the information that you need for the products down below. I definitely encourage you to check out those eyeshadows, especially if you're building your kit, because they're so inexpensive and I've had them for years. They last forever. I don't know why I did this with the blush, but I could not stop just playing with different shades. These are all from my VISEART Brights palette, and I was just creating this really high sort of Disco Vibe blush, high on her cheek. And I just love the way it shaped her face and the way it elevated the look. And I sealed in my eye look with some Luminous pigment by Naked Cosmetics, as well as some VISEART Brights palette. So I've just been playing with eyeliners recently, and I'm not using traditional eyeliners. I'm not pencil and I'm not cream anymore. I'm just applying a base and going in with powders on top of it to really create the look that I want and the color that I want. And I'm sealing that in at the bottom as well. Doesn't she have just the perfect eye though? Like, I mean, there is no such thing, but at the same time, on her lashes are sweet eyelashes, and that was the finished look. Ooh, glow oil, the perfect time. I can't go anywhere without it. Look how happy she is as I'm blending it in. And she also got her lip done